Pece War Memorial Stadium has fallen in ruins, just like the battle sites experienced by the World War II veterans, in whose memory it was constructed back in 1959. Paintings of President Yoweri Museveni, First Lady Janet Museveni, and the departed former South African President Nelson Mandela welcome you on the perimeter wall next to the road which leads you to the stadium. But it is a fresh coat of paint that the stadium longs for. Everything about the stadium leaves a lot to be desired. The sewer system, windows, and door frames are all in a deplorable state. A strong stench of urine permeates through the whole stadium. Moses Oketayot is a former national team player. Oketayot featured in the national team's ranks back in 1985. He says the Gulu district leadership has given the stadium a tattered cushion time and again.
They didn't fit us. This is their pitch. This is their pitch. They didn't fit us. They should take on that. Or we just, if they can privatize it to some farms who want to develop football. We have good talent.
On his part, Gulu District Chairman Martin Ojara Mapenduzi points a finger at the Ministry of Education and Sports, which he says has frustrated plans to rehabilitate the stadium.
We got in touch with a number of people, including a gentleman from Cambridge University called Steve White, and when we invited him to do a design of a modern, stadium, and he came, he accepted, we started the process, and indeed he worked on a design. But before we finished the process and before we started doing fundraising, the Ministry of Education and Sports communicated to the district that Gulu district had been selected and Pece Stadium would be considered. The ministry kept on saying we are waiting for money, we are waiting for approval from Parliament, until recently when we went for the cabinet retreat, which was last month. That was when we got to know that government has decided that for now a Kibwa stadium be built and the regional stadiums will have to wait.
This was once a football pitch, but 70% of it all is already eaten up. And what you can see are just heaps of dust. And it looks like an attended to garden somewhere or awaiting plantation season. However, the players' passion for football is unstoppable. So they must endure with these challenges in order to enjoy the game.
James Ochai's dream of becoming a top sports personality could well be done and dusted. The 13-year-old has no place to hone his skills.
I will play for my country, Uganda. If we have a good field, it will help me to get training, to get more skill. But if we are still having the field like this, we will be failing. If you get injured, you say that I don't want to be a footballer.
Based on the design we have, a well-built stadium that fits the international standard needs between 60 to 80 billion Uganda shilling.
It's not just the dreams of up-and-coming sportspersons that have been shattered. Gulu has lost out on hosting the 2017 East African School Games because of the deplorable state of Pece War Memorial Stadium.
As of now, what we have is about 69 million, which cannot do the work we need. So we are reaching out to different people, and we are calling upon development partners and the private sector to work with the district.
Mapenduzi says attempts to use a public-private partnership to revive the stadium's lost glory have also fallen through.
So the decision was that all the primary going children should be able to pay 500 shillings every term, and the secondary school students should pay 1,000 shillings every term. And when that decision was taken by council, it was communicated to the different schools. Unfortunately, there came another debate that the ministry said the district council should not add burden because the UPE policy doesn't allow council or the district to take decision on behalf of the parents.
The stadium squats on 4 acres of land, but some of it was sold off by the previous council leadership. Pece in Acholi dialect loosely translates to something that will never be revived after dying. Aspiring sports personalities like Achai are hoping that this does not prove to be the case for their beloved stadium. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV Gulu district.